Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect. So, last time we beat the strongest boss in the game in one shot. It might have not looked very difficult, but it really was. It was that one boss and also the space flea out of nowhere. But I suppose we had just the right strategy to beat him. That is, enough biotics, beating the sniper as soon as possible, and then also using chemical weapons on the Krogan Battlemaster, because as you could see, the Krogan Battlemaster completely destroyed Garrus, I think, in one shot. So that's what he can do if he gets into melee range. And he would also regenerate if we were to not use chemical weapons that destroy his body whenever he falls unconscious. So, yeah. He would basically have twice the hit points as was shown on screen. Alright, but what I want to do is spread out the talk segments, because we won't have enough things to talk with everyone for all of this time. So instead I'm just going to let's see if I am not missing anything. No. I'm just going to go explore some more worlds. Also, I applied the mod now, and we will see just exactly how the Mako changed with my changes. So we're now in Therum, at Knossos. We have explored Athens, so let's go clockwise into Sparta! FTL drive.
Message coming in.
Whoa.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Huh. Okay. Well, we'll be going back to the Citadel as soon as we're done with this system, I think. But first, let's just explore this. Tremonor, I guess. Tremonor is a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates with deposits of aluminium. Its surface is covered by wide swaths of ancient, dark basaltic lava, possibly indicating the world was created through an impact with some other body in the system. Tremonor's magnetic field is non-existent. This makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. That said, Tremonor's minuscule gravity allows even a cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. Nice. Yes, with lower the gravity, the bigger vessels can land. Interesting. Oh, 1 orbital period of 1 Earth year, so that's exactly like Earth. It was created by an impact, quite a bit like the Moon. And wow, day length of a year. No atmosphere, quite hot, low gravity. Yeah. Nothing interesting though. And here's what I mean. That you have to explore all the asteroid fields. Because of this, a collection of small silicous asteroids loosely bound together by gravity. 12 kilometers by radius. Prothean data disk recovered. While scanning the asteroid field in the Sparta system, you found signs of habitation. A recon team was sent to investigate one of the larger asteroids. The rock had a small functioning biodome, but no sign of anyone still living there. There was, however, a data console with an intact Prothean data disk inside. Awesome. More Prothean information. Can be very useful. And nothing else. Adolos.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Adolos. Adolos is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Adolos' surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand, with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive, dust-choked wind. Adolos' orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the gas giant Otamalka. Due to a high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. 2.7 Earth years, launch radius, 50.3 Earth hours of day length, that's okay. Okay, atmosphere, cold, okay, gravity. So... okay, silicate sand deserts. Alright. We'll get back to this later. I want to finish exploring the system. Altaia. Altaia is an unusually large terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of methane and ammonia. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks with deposits of iron and chlorides. Judging by the sedimentary composition of the crust, it appears that Altaia once possessed an atmosphere thick enough to support some form of liquid. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is not currently known. Huh. Methane and ammonia. I wonder if that would be okay for Volus to live on. Well, not having an atmosphere is probably a bit of a damper for that, but hey. 18 years. 27 Earth hours. Very cold, of course, without an atmosphere. Still, it's 0.20 pressure. Interesting. Okay. Otamalka. As we've heard. Otamalka is a large hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in the atmosphere. Its massive gravity well tugs many asteroids from the outer belt inwards, past the orbit of Altaia and Adolos, and eventually settle into the inner belt. Otamalka's orbit is congested with hundreds of captured moons. Most last only a few thousand years before being ejected, dragged down into the atmosphere, or ripped apart by tidal forces and added to the gas giant's immense rings. Attempting to navigate this chaotic environment is hazardous at best. Ships without military-grade kinetic barriers are likely to suffer catastrophic impacts. 40 Earth years. 17.7 Earth hours day length. Gas deposit surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of hydrogen. Well, good luck getting to it. But yeah, so basically that tracks asteroids from this belt and also asteroids from this belt, which causes meteor showers in Adolos. Very interesting. Do we have anything in this belt? Seemingly not really. But just to make absolutely certain we're not missing something. Alright. And Alsages. Small distant Alsages is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of methane and argon. The surface is composed of water ice and calcium, with occasional deposits of light metals. During the Alliance's pirate suppression campaign in the 2160s, the Batarium Elim Ranpara was caught with his frigate Tuneron, grounded on Alsages for drive discharge. When challenged by the cruiser Hyderabad, Ranpara refused to surrender. The Tuneron was destroyed attempting to take off. The debris is strewn across the southern hemisphere. So I assume that Batarian was a pirate. Alright, 73 years. No pressure. Okay, gravity, very cold. Rare elements surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a small deposit of plutonium. Alright. Journal, codex, money, fame, everything else. Alright. Now let's land. On Adolos. useless? Yes. So there's some automated stress skull here. Alright. First fly there, and yes, now we have our full party unlocked. My typical party will be Garrus plus Liara. It's not balanced, but there is an achievement for getting most of the game done with Liara. And it's one of the harder achievements to get because you get Liara very late in the game. So that's why I skipped all of the quests on the Citadel. So we just want to keep her around for as long as we need to get the achievement, at least. Meteors! Alright, first uncharted planet we're visiting. Wow. Look at that. Meteor showers everywhere. Yikes. Thankfully not in our immediate position. And we have a map. Mako, there's debris, there's a distress signal, and there's an anomaly. Alright. Yeah, let's invest points. Oh, meteor showers. Yes, I want tactical armor. Tactical armor unlocked. Fortunately, I cannot invest any points in it, but hey. And we got Liara with a lot of points. Oh dear, I probably should have thought about where I want to invest points for Liara, but whatever. Yes, assault training and electronics, I don't care about electronics for Garrus, but yes, I care about electronics for Liara. So first things is I want to have electronics for her because, as you can see, it restores extra hull during vehicle repair. And that's very important when, well, we're in a vehicle. So, unlock electronics. Electronics, overload. And I have been told that you can unlock everything with Master Overload already. So you don't really have to put any more points into that. So that's good to know. Then I, of course, want Warp. Of course, I want Barrier. I want 1 point in a Sorry Scientist. Charge time. First Aid heals an additional 20 points of damage. And less recharge time for First Aid. Okay. Then I want to unlock Lift, Singularity, and Stasis. Well, Stasis is lowest priority because I don't find it all that useful. And basically, Liara's talents are all biotics, so she's essentially a biotic specialist. So lift is here, singularity is here. So lift unlocks a bit sooner than singularity, and stasis unlocks here, but I don't care. So let's unlock lift. Alright, lifts and suspends enemies in the air, so they are unable to move or attack. Very useful. And now unlock Singularity. Advanced Warp. Singularity. Singularity. Alright. Awesome. As for Garrus... destination for sniper rifles. It's okay, but I want assault training. And adrenaline burst. Plus, this gives us more weapon damage and more melee damage. Alright. So, let's save. And what I want to do... what I want to do is show off my mod here. So let's say I want to go to debris. What a regular person usually does is point a beacon, then you have an arrow, and then you're like, okay, so it's just going that way, let's go this way. And then you spend a whole lot of time going on mountains, which is kind of silly. And it takes a long time to climb cliffs, and it's like, oh man, this sure is interesting. But of course, the problem is that you're choosing to go on a mountain, which is stupid. Don't do that. And now you can see that my Mako is taking a hilarious amounts of damage just by navigating this terrain. Which makes sense because it's hitting all kinds of mountains everywhere. Yep. So normally, if you were playing this without the mod that I have made, then you would not have taken any damage whatsoever. But now we are already in flames. And soon enough, if we ride more in the mountains, we'll get completely destroyed. So, I don't know, I mean, this is a bit extreme maybe, but this makes it so that the Omnigel in this game would be at least somewhat useful. Also, there are ore deposits to see, and I don't think they're marked on the map. No, they're not. Yeah, so that's why exploring the places can sometimes be a good idea. I might tune the parameters later on, because I haven't tested it a whole lot. But that's basically the gist of it. Let's see if I can get a game over so that I could actually do this properly without destroying the Mako. You can see just how many hit points you get too. It's crazy. And now the whole thing is completely red, so the next bump is a mission failure. Yeah. Alright. So let's stop fooling around. And the reason why a map exists is because you can tell where you have mountains and where you have normal paths to cross. So we're just going to do this. Be careful. Don't bump the Mako too much. And it's going to be fine. Even if we do get some bumps, it's not that bad because, as you can see, we have a lot of hit points. Oh, I see something out there. That's a vehicle, and that's an automated distress beacon. Okay, let's... Oh. That sound was a sound of crashing. If it was just a bit higher impact, then we would have taken some damage. Alliance Marine. Oh dear, it's a Thresher Maw. Oh dear, it's this Thresher Maw.
It's over now.
They only appear on the flat ground like this. But I want to get rid of this guy. Come on. Show yourself. They can also skedaddle. But as long as you're far away... No, I missed. There we go. Uh-oh. almost done. I'm taking damage. Well, that was a bit glitched out. But yes, now we have taken some damage, but that's why we can use our Omnigel to repair our vehicle. So that's why Omnigel is now a factor. Alright, let's investigate the place. So I guess they were eaten by thresher moths. Bad memories for Shepard.
These are Alliance soldiers. It appears they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Oh. Huh. So they wanted to help just like we did.
These men were under Admiral Kahoku's command. You wonder what happened here.
Oh, well. So that was useful. So we got that quest done then. Okay. So we'll just have to report to the Citadel. I guess that will be our main priority when we get back to it. Alright, save. Just as always, if you fight something outside of the Mako, you get more points. But good luck trying to fight a Thresher Maw outside of the Mako. It's difficult enough as it is to fight it inside your Mako. Okay, how do I want to navigate this? I want to go through here. Yes. So, small hills. Don't take more damage, thank you. And we need to make sure that we keep an eye on the minimap, because as you could see, there were deposits of ore, which generally you want to take. Okay, I want to go through here. Oh! Ah, took some damage. Using boosters to make the drop less severe is always a good idea. Okay, now am I going the right way? Yes, I want to go this way basically. So I need to go down here, nice and steady. Alright, smooth sailing from here. The red part means that is the end of the map. You cannot go through there. Technically, it exists and there's no real reason to get there, but if you try to go there, Joker will say, come on, you have your mission here, don't get too far away from it. Okay, now how do I get there? So essentially with this, the navigation becomes a bit of a puzzle. How to go through places without getting too much damage dealt to your Mako. Which is, in my opinion, a very nice mechanic. These puzzles are nice. Oh no. Alright. Here we go. We should have this anomaly here found. Oh. A mummified Solarian. Doesn't look mummified to me. Oh, it's a decryption to recover the artifact. That's interesting. ID tag recovered. You found Captain Millen's identification tag. How it ended up here is impossible to know for sure. They don't say anything when talked to. Alright, so we got that done. Is there anything else on the map? Oh yeah, the debris. Generally, I just need to go forward from here. There might also be something here, because usually the items are strewn about regularly. So we'll have to investigate that too. Okay, going this way. Ah, wow, I took damage here. Okay, so far so good. Fewer meteor showers here. More of them in that direction. I really like just how these areas look like. They're always very nice looking, very atmospheric, and quite unique. And you get to visit a lot of enchanted worlds like this. The things you do in them is not all that interesting, but the exploration itself is nice. Ah, yes, there we go. The crashed probe. The crashed probe. Oh, bypass using 25 Omnigel. But let's try and bypass it manually, yes. Chemical rounds 2, combat sensor 3, high explosive 3, wow, amazing. Okay, and area map means that we now have a name for these. Modified Solarian, distress signal, and whatever. So let's also go here. The problem with going here is that we need to somehow get through there. Oh yeah, and there was an ore deposit somewhere, right? Yeah, I think it was here somewhere. I'm hoping that somewhere there I can see it. Ah yes, I can see it right here on the map. So let's see how I can get to there. Like this, perhaps? No, careful not to bump too much. Okay, now I'm on a mountain. That's good news. Getting close. Where is it? Might be down there. Ah, here we go. This is not stable enough to exit. Lithium deposit. Really? I need to decrypt even when I'm surveying? Light metal surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a deposit of lithium. We get a lot of money for that, and we put a beacon on it. Okay, so now where are we? We are on a mountain. Okay, we don't want to be on a mountain. Let's go in this direction. I think there is like a preset number of minerals on every map. So generally it's a good idea to look around until you find them or something. I don't exactly recall, but we'll understand the pattern soon enough. And yeah, I just want to get down, so the obvious way to do that is to get down to the plains. Okay, there we go. Right, that was nice enough. Ah, that was a bit too much of a bump. Alright, now we're down to the plains from the mountains. Ah yes, this is where we... Wait, what is this? We don't have any item for it. Whoops, I bumped into it. What is this? It's certainly a vehicle. It's certainly damaged, but I don't see anyone here. I guess that's where the Marines landed? That would make sense. Ah, yes, another mineral deposit. Where exactly is it? Oh, it's all the way up there, isn't it? Or maybe it's around this mountain. Let's try and look if it is around the mountain. No, it looks like it's on top of the mountain, so we cannot get to it from here. I need to get up through this way, basically. Let's get down a bit. And yeah. So through here it should be fine. Yes, looks like this is a good approach vector. Oh, that was a bit too much. But here we go. Polonium deposit.
Heading to position.
Rare element surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a small deposit of polonium. Nice. Okay, so we got two things. So the last thing is probably here. It's going to be a bit of a problem getting there. It's probably, yeah, best to put a marker here. From here, I basically just want to ride on top of the mountains. Alright, now how do I do that? Right back a bit. Go up some. Here. Oh, I'm starting to get the Mako quite damaged now. Even though I think I'm doing fairly okay. Like I said, I might want to tweak the properties a bit as time goes, because this might be a bit too extreme. But it's fine anyway. Yes, so I basically want to get on this hill. Though from here I have a pretty good way of going downwards. Yeah, that was damaged, that was damaged. Alright, how do I navigate that? Doesn't look like going on hilltops is going to be all that easy, but this is the unexplored area, so I need to do that. I need to get on top of this hill, basically. Alright, we made it. Huh. Okay. That's not really all that useful, apparently, because there's nothing on it. And I might want to go a bit further from the red border, because there's never any minerals near there. Oh dear. That was bad. Yeah, wow. Alright, now to show off how repairing works. basically repair that much damage. And that costs Omnigel. Something like 10 Omnigel or something? It's really cheap. So the damage you take isn't all that huge, but it at least makes Omnigel into some sort of resource that you can use. Otherwise, Omnigel is completely useless in the stock game. Because you never use it anyway. Unless you hilariously mess up. That doesn't happen all that often, by definition. Now, where is the last deposit? If there is a last deposit, which I'm not entirely certain about. Well, there's the mountain. It's the last unexplored area. Well, I'll try and get onto the mountain, and if there's nothing on the mountain, well, I guess there might just be only 2 deposits there. Yeah, that's the end of the map. Well, I suppose that was everything then. Alright, and what you do is return to Normandy. Return to Normandy? Okay. And we're back in Normandy. Alright, so let's just go through some of the codex entries again, and... yeah. Oh, aliens, non-sapient creatures.
After the Geth secure a location, thresher maws are subterranean carnivores that spend their entire lives eating, or searching for something to eat. Threshers reproduce via spores that can lie dormant for millennia, yet are robust enough to survive prolonged periods in deep space and atmospheric re-entry. As a result, thresher spores appear on many worlds, spread by previous generations of space travelers. The body of a thresher never entirely leaves the ground. Only the head and tentacles erupt from the earth to attack. In addition to physical attacks, threshers have the ability to project toxic chemicals and emit bursts of infrasound as a shockwave weapon. The Alliance first encountered threshers on the colony of Akuz in 2177. After contact was lost with the Pioneer team, Marine units were deployed to investigate. The shore parties were set upon by hungry threshers, and nearly the entire assault force was killed. Alliance forces recommend engaging threshers with vehicle-mounted heavy weapons.
Good recommendation. Alright, so extinct races. Prothean data disks. Despite all the evidence confirming the existence of the Protheans, little is known about their culture and society. From time to time, disk size will yield new clues, but after 50,000 years of decay, little of value is unearthed. Recent research has focused on the discovery of Prothean data disks. On their own, they are frail and rarely found in one piece. Occasionally, however, an intact disk will be discovered within a console or reading device. To date, over 36 disks have been recovered, and a few of those have been restored to the point where researchers can begin analyzing them. Though it may be some time before scientists discover a way to transfer the data of the disks, they are currently considered the most tangible leads for learning more about the Prothean culture. Alright, that will be all for now, and I will see you all next time. Later.